Today, we got Atrocitus taking on Terrax. Who wins? Well, let's find out. One of the 5 survivors of the massacre, Sector 666, and founder of the Red Lantern Corps, Atrocitus anointed the Red Lantern in blood and harnessed the power of rage and red light. Atrocitus is an extremely physically powerful being, as he was able to take on Hal Jordan and Sinestro by himself and crush their energy constructs in his bare hands. That was before he even had his Red Lantern ring. He's easily killed members of the Green Lantern Corps. He's able to beat down on Apollo and Martian Manhunter. He even fought against and defeated his own Corps by himself. I really don't know why Atrocitus fights hand to hand so often, because he's got the Red Lantern ring. But he does, and he's kinda incredible at it. I mean, he's managed to kill 2 Guardians of the Universe with his bare hands. Atrocitus is also superhumanly durable, able to take attacks from Sinestro and Hal without his ring. And even took attacks on pretty much every member of the Red Lantern Corps, just kept on fighting. Atrocitus also has his Red Lantern ring, and he actually displays better control over his power ring than most other members of the Red Lantern Corps. He's not just reduced to a mindless rage like the others, but retains all the powers it gives the wielder. The ring can construct anything the wearer can imagine, as long as they're willing to make it. Most Red Lanterns seem to have a difficult time creating or maintaining constructs, but Atrocitus, one of a handful that's able to do it. He's also able to project beams, form protective bubbles and force fields, and fire destructive blasts, these attacks coming from the mouth of the Red Lantern. He's able to fire napalm blasts from his mouth, and his breath has vaporized lanterns and caused severe pain to Martian Manhunter and Krona. Atrocitus is also able to survive his heart being ripped out, and continues to act and behave normally. As has been mentioned, that a Red Lantern's ring replaces their heart. Then, in the other corner, Terrax. Formerly an alien dictator called Tyros, Terrax is a herald of Galactus, with the power to bend earth and rock to his will. Along with an energy-absorbing axe, Terrax travels the cosmos at the head of a meteor shower, searching for worlds for Galactus to devour. Before Terrax was even a herald, he was able to match the Thing in strength, and he sent Thing flying with his blows. But when he became a herald, well, he possesses enough power to match Silver Surfer in strength and Firelord and Airwalker. 2 of Galactus' other heralds couldn't hold him back. He's used his axe to cut Silver Surfer's surfboard in half, and he's actually shattered an entire planet, cleaved another planet to its core, and he said he has enough power to supposedly cut through the cosmic stratum itself. He can swing his axe at the speed of light, deflect blasts from Silver Surfer, and dodge attacks from speedsters. And like all heralds, Terrax has the ability to fly across hundreds of galaxies in just moments. Terrax's body is composed of a flexible, rock-like material that's tough enough to be exposed to 50 degrees below absolute zero, which scientifically makes no sense, but whatever. And he's also taken the pressure of 100 times the Earth's atmosphere. He's able to take attacks from Fin Fang Foom and Tyrant, and like other heralds, doesn't need to eat, sleep, drink, or even breathe, because the power cosmic itself sustains him. Terrax's psionic ability allows him to manipulate the molecules of rocks and the Earth, to the point where he can move asteroids 10 miles in diameter, he can control whole swarms of meteors, and standing on a planet, he can shift tectonic plates and cause earthquakes, or even separate a landmass the size of Manhattan and levitate it up in the air. With his cosmic axe, well, Terrax is able to create waves of destructive forces, powerful enough to tear through Galactus' ship, create nearly impervious force fields, and Terrax has destroyed a planet just one blow. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, this is a fight between two of the more relatively unsung villains and powerhouses in comics. And that's why I'm so excited for the fight. Just to see what these big, evil brutes can do. So, who is physically stronger and more powerful? Well, what's interesting about these two is that, unlike most other lanterns or heralds, Atrocitus and Terrax were both physical powerhouses before they were even enhanced with the power cosmic or the Red Lantern ring. I mean, before Terrax was a herald, he was able to overpower the Thing, and actually hit the Thing almost as hard as he'd ever been hit before. But with the power cosmic on his side, oh, he's briefly matched Silver Surfer in strength, and two other heralds of Galactus, Airwalker and Firelord, were having a real difficult time holding him back. Terrax has even been able to destroy an entire planet with one blow of his axe. Although you could argue how much this was physical strength and how much was his elemental and geological abilities, or even his cosmic axe itself. I'd argue a combination of all three. On the other hand, with Atrocitus, well, before he even got his ring, he was strong enough to fight against the Manhunters, and fight against Hal Jordan and Sinestro at the same time. Actually managed to shatter both of their constructs. Atrocitus has gone on to shatter almost every Green Lantern construct that he's come across, defeat his own Red Lantern Corps by himself, throw around and battle against both Martian Manhunter and Apollo, while Atrocitus was weakened, and the big guy has even killed multiple Guardians of the Universe with bare hands. So yeah, I'd say Atrocitus is stronger than Terrax, especially since while Terrax has had some high showings that make him look top tier, he also has some low showings that make him look a whole lot weaker than the heroes of Earth. I mean, Sentry was able to restrain and overpower Terrax with just one hand. But what about durability? Well, Atrocitus has taken photon blasts and high explosives, brushed off like they were nothing. He's gotten up from Green and Yellow Lantern attacks, and acted like nothing had happened. He's taken attacks from the whole Red Lantern Corps before, and in his battle against Stormwatch, well, he was taking attacks from Martian Manhunter and Apollo, basically Superman light, while Atrocitus was weakened and cut off for the Red Lantern power battery. And yet, still able to take some major hits and keep on trucking. However, Terrax is able to survive Blast from Tyrant, a Galactus-level being, withstand blasts from Silver Surfer or Human Torch's Nova Blast. And he's actually able to physically alter his body in order to allow him to survive inside of the sun or inside of a black hole. And then when Terrax destroyed a planet with his axe, well, he was able to survive being on that planet, with no real sense of damage as it was blowing up, suggesting that Terrax can survive planet-busting attacks. Finally, what about speed? Well, like all Lanterns and Heralds, Atrocitus and Terrax are both exceptionally fast. However, they use their speed very differently. Terrax can't actually fly on his own, instead manipulating rocks and flying on asteroids to get from place to place. And he usually does just use his speed to get from point A to point B, finding new planets for Galactus to devour. The height of Terrax's speed and combat is probably just being able to dodge attacks and battle against Silver Surfer. And while Silver Surfer is one of the fastest beings in the Marvel Universe, he also has a massive tendency to hold back in combat against weaker opponents, especially when it comes to speed. On the other hand, Atrocitus is all about using his speed to just charge into fights, and speed blitz and bull rush his opponents. He's regularly caught Green Lanterns by surprise, even shocking Supergirl with his speed. and Terrax might have a tough time dealing with those attacks, that sheer level of rage and force, considering that he hasn't consistently been able to keep up with speed like that. But while both of these villains are physical powerhouses and combatants, they also both have important powers on their side that might just swing this fight in their favor. With the power Cosmic, Terrax has the ability to manipulate rocks, even planetary structures, moving, manipulating multiple asteroids and meteors at thousands of miles per hour. Can pick up and move rocks with the weight and density of Manhattan Island. And while Terrax does tend to think on a more large scale, he can also manipulate rock material any way that he sees fit. He's even taken sand and shoved it down someone's mouth before, filling them up till they literally burst from the inside out. Then there's his Cosmic Axe. This weapon has been stated to cleave the cosmic stratum, which essentially means that it's got the power to cut layers through the cosmos. Now, that's kinda open for interpretation, but it's safe to say that the axe can almost cut through anything, including the fabric that makes up the universe. It's shown the ability to absorb energy blast, has been able to cleave through Galactus' own ship. It's cut through Silver Surfer's surfboard, and like we mentioned before, it cuts a planet in half, just one strike. That's a lot of power right there. And with Terrax's terra manipulation abilities being used both offensively and defensively, well, it might be too much for Atrocitus to handle. However, with that being said, Atrocitus is packing some heat as well. I mean, his go-to attack is quite literally the ability to vomit plasma. And this just isn't any plasma either, as it's been described as napalm and acid mixed together. And that's the ability to burn through anything. Yes, I mean anything. Anything and everything. Kilowog has even mentioned that Atrocitus' vomit plasma has been able to burn through the Science Cell, which are nearly impenetrable prisons that the Guardians had created to house the most powerful villains, including Cyborg Superman, Despero, and even Superboy Prime. He's killed multiple Green and Yellow Lanterns with just one blast. And he's done this on multiple occasions, leaving humans, metahumans, and lanterns incinerated and dead. He's even dropped a Guardian of the Universe just one blast, with Atrocitus going on to shove his entire fist through the Guardian's head. Then in his fight against Stormwatch, Atrocitus burned through fabric of space and time in order to reach their headquarters, and busted through the shields of the ship, which shocked Stormwatch because super beings hadn't worked out how to get through the shields before that. He's also able to amplify his powers by sucking the rage out of other people, or increasing his own internal rage. And Terrax has got more rage in him than just about any other herald. So who wins? Well, I think it's gotta be Atrocitus. He's regularly battled against multiple Green and Yellow Lanterns, Stormwatch, and heroes like Marshmancer and Apollo, and he's even fought against the Guardians of the Universe before. His plasma puke should be able to easily burn through Terrax, and he just has a tendency to thrash and smash his opponents. And while Terrax is powerful as well, he's remarkably inconsistent, especially for a herald of Galactus. And Atrocitus is usually portrayed on just a much higher level. Atrocitus wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sign off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button. More videos just went every single day. And I will see you next time.